right? We are live. This is ReThink Tech Foundation. This is April first week, so we are here live. Just probably follow up on our previous missed time podcast. So I now have my brother with me here, and he will be taking lead now, and then we will be just going to chat for today, more of a discussion, just highlighting what we have our project and upcoming projects and things that we need to do. We'll be focusing in Liberia. So, all right, bro, Mike.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Toze. It is always good to be here discussing things for the future of our country. I know the time difference kind of confused everyone of us, but
Yes.
we are glad to be here. And thank you everybody who's listening, wherever you are. Welcome again, because we were here not too long ago, and now
Right.
so welcome again. As we all know, one of the reasons we're here is to discuss about helping people, most especially our country, Liberia, where we realize that we are behind in so many things, particularly if it comes to ICT. So it is always a blessing to be a part of the conversation. So again, I'm glad to be here. There are few things we want to take out this year as ReThink Tech. We want to reach out to our brothers and sisters in Liberia. So a few things to talk about is our website. If you are watching, our website is up. I think you can see all of the work that we have been doing in the bike. This website is accessible. If you go to the website, you get more information than what we even be discussing here on the podcast. So the website is up, it's live. Please check it out if you have not done so. And I also want to chip in on our project, on the next phase of our project in Liberia. 2 years ago, we went and did a groundbreaking in Nimba County, where we chose to do our first project as ReThink Tech. We did we broke the ground in Nimba County, where we had a lot of students coming over. We had a lot of discussion, and we promised that we were going to put up the lab in Nimba County for them. We have been working with other partners to assist us in that direction. The actual phase of the lab is about ready. We do have one of our equipments in Liberia. I can safely tell you that the equipments have arrived in Liberia.
That's a great news.
Yeah, I can safely tell you that all of our equipment are ready in Liberia. So what we're about to do is to do the launching of the lab. We are hoping that early next month we should have the launching of the lab in Sanniquellie, Nimba County. We want to dedicate the lab to the people. So what we're going to be doing, hopefully, if things go well, it's going to be pretty much like the launching, right?
Yeah.
The launch, but like the groundbreaking, where we have most, all of the students coming and then, discussing with them and all of that. For the launch, we want to do similar thing like that, where, whatever groundbreaking we did here at the equipment, and we are now ready to turn it over to them to launch it, and then encourage students and teachers, to take advantage of these things. So we want to have similar program for the launching, where if it is possible, we're even going to have like a radio appearance to discuss some other issues. So
Right.
yeah, there where we are with the project. I would just leave it with my brother for a minute to see if he has anything to say. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go grab something to drink real quick.
Okay. Right on. Yeah, definitely. We are excited. As I said previously, we are very, very excited about the lab project in Sanniquellie. As he said, we launched it a year and a half, or pretty much 2 years ago, or less than that, in 2023 in Sanniquellie. Though we launched ReThink Tech Foundation in Sanniquellie City in March of 2023, and it was exciting. We brought together students from all of the high schools in Sanniquellie when we did launch ReThink Tech Foundation, and we told them a promise that we are not just launching this organization and leaving Sanniquellie and leaving Liberia and not looking back. Right, it's for the purpose. We are on a mission, and the mission is to help to bridge the digital divide in our community. And so we have been tirelessly working to source for equipment and get a project going that is almost near completion in Sanniquellie City. Our equipment had finally arrived in Monrovia, so that means we in May our lab will be going live in May of this year. And what that means for the people of Sanniquellie and the community is that they can now have a dedicated space where they can go to learn about ICT and acquire the necessary digital skill set that they need, and for the students in Cycle as well. So it's going to be a huge program. It's going to be big. Uh, we're going to be bringing together different stakeholders within Sanniquellie and Nimba County in Liberia to be able to launch that lab and make it available to the community and the public for them to use. So we are excited. There's nothing more that we are excited about than to be able to dedicate the lab and complete it and present it to the public for public use. Because at the end of the day, uh, we can create all the awareness. We can talk about digital literacy and ITT and everything else we can do. But ICT, as I said, is hands on. It's practical. So you need a space as we talk about these things that they can come to and see ICT in work and see how it works and how they can use it and how they can equip themselves and learn these necessary skills for their own future, for the job market, for where they're going to find themselves for their personal use and growth, right? So that is the essence of it. And at the end of the day, that's what we want to do across Liberia. It's not just one community, but we are looking and taking on one community at a time. So in subsequent weeks and coming months and coming years, we will see us all around the place in Liberia, helping with similar projects and providing these kind of spaces for the community use and for community purpose. It's difficult. We know sometimes these kind of projects, these kind of work can be dry, cut and dry, so to speak, because we're not fighting, we're not throwing blow, we're not insulting. So it's like people say nah, but it's work that we do that have significant impact on people's and the youth future and women, girls, and boys' future. So it's a future work, and that's why we are dedicated to it, and that's why we are excited. So in the coming weeks, you'll be getting different series of announcement as to when the launch date is, what programs will be happening, and who's going to be there, and how it's going to be going on. So we are excited, very excited, and just want to give kudos and thanks to uh, our sponsor, Amazon, that has been very, very gracious to us and saw the need when we requested them and asked them for I use IT equipment donations, and they saw the need and they saw the reason to partner with us and gave us, these devices to be, onward moved to Liberia for to be used. So we are grateful to them. We just want to tell them thank you in this public manner for that opportunity. We know it's not the first, it's not going to be the second, not the third. We'll always come back, seeking for equipment because the needs are there. It's it's a lot that needs to be done in that space in Liberia. So it's just the beginning of that process, and we're not stopping with Sanniquellie. We are moving beyond Sanniquellie into other parts of the our country.
That's right. That's right, Mr. Jose. You said it all. Nimba County, get ready for us. We're coming back to you. Yeah, we're coming back. I hope my GB will still be there though.
GB always there for you, brother.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, Nimba County, get ready. We are coming back, and I really want to encourage you to to get ready, and whatever that is coming, I want you to embrace it, because this is not just about us, right? It's about the future. It is about the younger generation. So
Right.
We are trying our weak way to give back to the society, to our community, with what we have. So we can do this all by ourselves. We are the one giving these things, so we need people to embrace them, right? Like my brother right there said, our platform is not about argument, right? We don't come here to argue things. We don't come here to it's not about politics. It's about how can we build our country from different dimensions, right? Everybody got different expertise. So what expertise can you bring to the table that will help Liberia to grow, instead of just sitting on the fence and criticizing? And it is good to criticize. These things help to strengthen people, but at the same time, what can you contribute? So it is in that, like, we ReThink Tech, we trying to step in to be able to give back to the community. So in giving back to the community, one of the things that will help to encourage and even give us the strength is how much the people embrace whatever is coming to them. Because this thing is not going to stop the Sanniquellie alone. We want to spread this all over in Liberia, build labs all around the country. But it left with how much you embrace it. The reception when we went to Sanniquellie the first time was really good, and I'm pretty sure once these things are launched, they're going to make good of them. So we hope that Sanniquellie get ready for us. We'll be there.
Yeah. So as Brother Mark was saying, we are excited. Honestly, we cannot be more excited about the news and the fact that we have the equipment have finally arrived in Sanniquellie or in Monrovia, right? Because you cannot have an ICT training without the equipment, and that's the most important aspect of the whole digital literacy, program, is to have equipment that the participant or whoever will be attending those events and programs can use to have hands-on and practical experience. Because if you tell someone that you have a digital skill set, you have to put it to use, right? If you tell somebody that, I have a digital skill set in Microsoft Excel, can I build a workbook? Can I do build a workbook for budget? Can I build a workbook for keeping time? Can I build a workbook for keeping lists of my products? Can I create a workbook for calculating my students' grades? So these are all practical things that if you have digital literacy or you have digital skill set, you should be able to do these things with the skill set that you have or your digital literacy, right? So that's where the equipment becomes very, very important and very, very crucial in that digital literacy landscape. I know in Liberia, the computer, basically the physical devices have not been there. Most places have computer programs, but they don't have the devices, right? So the student just learn the theory about the computer, what it is, what it does, but they haven't been able to turn it off and on by themselves. They haven't been able to sit behind it and type anything and print it out or see how it works and the rest of the stuff. So that's why we step into that gap. It's a huge space when it comes to ICT in the whole of Liberia. Think about it. Millions and millions of students have not touched it, have not have access, have not seen it. There are thousands of public schools, high school, junior high, elementary school, primary schools that the students have not even, you know, dreaming about with the game is still behind a computer. Needless to say, that school is going to have a computer lab, and we understand that because that all
You,
of
you
the
know, let me not cut you off,
yeah
Mr. Tozi. You're talking about junior high and high school and all of that. Even college students. Yeah, there are people who go to college and they don't even have access to lab. Like
yeah
they don't even have computers. There's no way they don't even have the opportunity to sit behind a computer and practice what they even learn in college. So this is a huge project, right? It's not only about the high school students, but this thing is going to benefit almost everybody, even people from college.
yeah
You know,
yeah
in
and
Monrovia, like I visited Stars College, and I got a few friends teaching and some students. Spoke to them, and one of the main problems they face with over there is lab. You know, they'd be
yeah
like, "Well, we go to school, come back, and we can't even practice what we learned in school."
no.
You know, so it's going to be important to everybody from all walks of life.
I remember when I was in Ghana, 2005. I started my class. I was in IIT for I think a year and a half or so. Then where I started my IT stuff from. And but when I started for the first semester, first 6 months, I didn't have computer. So I used to go, I come back home, I really got nothing to practice on. I'm like, oh God, like we do all the stuff in class and I come back home, I can't do anything. I just go back to class the next day for and just take my children until after 6 months, my mom and dad were able to get me a laptop and no, it was a desktop I bought that time and I had in my room. I used to spend all night, because I had to catch up. And I had a Ghanaian friend. He was an older guy back then, and he was working, so he didn't show for most of the classes. He'd be like, "Hey man, we can come to my house and we can go on all the stuff we did this week." So, I used to use that to practice. So I just go to his house on the weekend on a Saturday, go there early in the morning. We stay all day. The wife will bake fufu or banku, and then we just as I'm teaching him and telling him what we did, I'm also doing my. I didn't have computers, so I usually use that as my practical.
That's right. That's
Yes.
right.
So the physical devices are quite very very important, and we are just. And I was talking to William earlier this morning. We know the needs are there. People want to actually learn these skill set, and he was another angle that he came from was even our educators, right? Our teachers, because you can't have a digital literate students and the teachers are not
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
themselves. So
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I mean, we could look at a program for organizing special programs for educators. It could be 2 days, one day on a Saturday, or a 1 week workshop for them where we just take them through digital tools for educators, for teachers that they can use and stuff like that. And I'll tell them, I say, yeah, even uh the kind of stuff can work for them too, or they can also take advantage of the program
Right.
at the youth center and register after school. They can come and spend, they can come later in the afternoon, right?
Right.
People who are not working right now, who have completed high school and got the time and not working right now and want to learn those sorts, they can go morning hours and make morning and then make money. And then
Yeah.
afternoon session can be for more for people who like teachers and people who are some students who are in school that gotta go to school in the morning and leave at 2 or 3. They can
Right.
come around this time. So he said he was like the needs are really really there. So a lot of people are kind of very very interested in being a part and learning digital skills that can benefit them in the future or in their current role where whatever they're doing currently. And so yeah, I mean it's laudable. There's a lot of work to do there, but we got to start one step at a time. So
Right.
that's what we're doing. So
So let's talk a little bit about the website.
yeah.
We do have the website up and running. So, what are some of the things? What are some of the benefits of going to this website for those who listening and watching us?
All right, so the website actually that's the homepage. It gives you a lot of information on our upcoming events. How can you get involved? If you want to volunteer, you want to participate, you want to help us, in the process of uh, uh, spreading the word, digital literacy. It tells you how you can do that. How you can do that, and then if you come back to our programs, and it tells you about all of the programs and different things our three pillars. First, we'll start with the ICT awareness. That's what we're having conferences and workshops and seminars for students, schools, and different groups that are interested in just bringing awareness to the people. And the next pillar is ICT skill training. We also provide ICT skill training as we're about to set up the lab and provide the training, in that process. And then you also learn about the third pillar, which is the most important pillar. That's the ICT lab setup, where we are helping to set up labs as we did in Sanniquellie with partnering with William and his youth organization to set up an ICT lab that can be used by the community and by students. And as we'll talk about a little bit later on in our discussion with our public school project, that we'll talk about later on, unveil that. And then if you come back, and then if you go back to our project page, it just tells you the current project that we're working on and what's coming next, giving you an idea as to what we're doing and what we're currently involved with. And then our content hub, you can go back on the content hub and learn about and listen to our previous podcast that has gone. And I have some one or two bit of training materials in here too that you can also watch about different content and stuff. So I'll keep building that up. As time goes by, I'll keep adding more content in our podcast that you can also go back and listen to, just tips and stuff. And I also have a blog on here that we are just talking about different things in IT. It's uncovering tomorrow's IT trends, mastering the art of staying ahead, empowering communities, harnessing technology for positive social change. That's a blog post you can read about how can we do that. And then exploring the unseen impact, the hidden reality of bridging the digital. What does it mean to bridge the digital divide, right? What potential does it have? What does it have? What can we achieve? What can we benefit from bridging the digital divide? If you read that blog post, it explains that to you in a little bit more detail as to what we stand to benefit as a country, as a community, as a people when we can bridge the digital divide that exists, that is bringing ICT to the people. And then they get involved. If you want to donate to us, how do you donate? It gives you the process right there. It takes your credit card, whatever credit card you have, you enter the amount you want to donate, you click on donate, you enter your card information, and then it takes that from there. And then ways to give, it also says it's there. You can help with creating awareness, joining our podcast and adding your voice. If you have ICT skill set and you want to help to train people, you can get involved in that way. When we are establishing ICT labs, you want to get involved in that process. We do take equipment. If you have equipment, you want to help us to set up the ICT lab. If you have fun, you can donate financial to the process. You can read about all of that on our website, and it tells you that we are a 501c3 organization. That means if you live in the United States and you make financial contribution or you make contribution in equipment as an organization, as an entity, it is tax deductible when you're filing your taxes. So we are registered with the IRS and the U.S. government. We are 501c organization. We do have documentation of that. If you need that document, we can provide it to you before you make a donation. So you can find out on there too. And you can also just read about ReThink Tech, where we come from, what our background is, what we stand for, our mission statement, our vision, and see some photos about our last conference that was held in Sanniquellie. So there's a lot of information, and there's another content I'll be adding when I'm done with the training materials. We'll have a section where if you want to learn some basic IT courses, we'll have a section where you see where they have the log in here. You can create an account with us, and then you can log in and then take some courses, by yourself, a self-paced course where you that means you got one computer. You don't want to go to the computer lab. You just want to, learn by yourself. We'll upload the content in there that you can just sit there at home and also just walk through the training courses online by yourself, right? So that's what they call it, the online learning. So I'm still building that. I'm still building the content. It's going to be added in there. And then once you register, you'll be able to have access to that content. and you can learn about it, right?
That sounds good, and it is really interesting. One question I was going to ask though, do we have a portion where if I had a school maybe somewhere in Looking Time and I'm interested in this and I want ReThink Tech to help. Okay, I do have space for lab and all of that. Is there a place where I can do an application to invite ReThink Tech to come and
Oh,
help set up a lab and everything?
yes, absolutely, absolutely. I just kept that up. I want us to talk about it. It's right here. Get involved. It's the first place you can start by is partner with us.
Okay.
And on that partner with us page, it just tells you a little bit about the partnership. That's where we are working. We're going to work alongside other public schools anywhere in Liberia. It doesn't matter where that public school is located. We're going to work with them to be able to establish an ICT lab or provide them with a computer that we can use to build a lab for them. So once you come to our partnership page, it explains that to you in a bit more detail about what you need to partner with us and who's eligible, what's the criteria we're looking at, and how can you apply for that. And just what you are referring to right here, it says click here to apply. So if you're interested schools should fill out our ICT lab partnership form. So there's a partnership intake form that when you click on that link, it opens that link up, and then that is the link that that school or that entity is going to use to fill out, and then let us know that yes, it's a public elementary school. We are located, as you said, in Moserado, in Looking Town, or whatever that school is, and then the contact person at that school, their phone number, their email, and then infrastructure readiness. Does the school have a dedicated ICT lab space? Do you already have a space for the ICT lab, or you need to build a space? We need to know that. So does the school have an ICT instructors? Do you already have instructor already teaching like the theory aspect of it, your ITT in school, or you don't have that? And what is this? What is the school student population? We need to know, right? How many students are within that school environment? So if that further information we might need from you to clarify, then we can get back to you. So this is the form, and that's where anyone who public school, the principal, registrar, whoever it is, or a representative from that district, or it could be anyone from our particular place that see, oh, we got a public school here, elementary school, they need computers, right? That's the form that they fill out. And then once you fill out that form, our team will review that information you provide and we'll get back in touch with you and further clarify or request more information. And then we do the assessment. If we pick a school, we'll send people by to do the assessment to make sure that yes, indeed, there's actually a dedicated space there for the ICT lab. There's a table, there's chairs, and the environment is conducive for the computers. And then our share of that, if you go back to the partner with us, if you read at the bottom here, it tells you the term of reference, which is going to come in a full document, but on the website, you can read that right at the bottom there, tell you the term of reference, what we are providing for the school in that partnership, and what we expect you to provide. So that's you can find all that on the website on the page that says get involved. So to get involved, it's a partnership with partner with us, and then there's an intake form.
That's great. That is really good. If you are listening to us, if you are watching us, this is an opportunity for all of us. All of us. Let us take advantage of these things, people. If we should start equipping our country with ICT knowledge right now, few years from today, you realize that we would have taken huge steps, if not multiple
Oh yeah.
steps, because we've seen the impact of ICT in other countries around us. Ghana, you talk about Rwanda, you talk about Kenya, Mozambique, even Nigeria. We've seen the footprint of ICT. So we need more people with the knowledge in Liberia if we want to take a huge step. If we want to take multiple steps ahead, we're gonna need people with ICT knowledge. So if you are watching or listening, if you have if if you do have a school or any entity where you think that you can provide teaching knowledge to the public, the space is there for you. Just go to our website, rethinktechfoundation.org. Go there, log on there, go to our partnership, partner with us section. You're going to see our form, fill it in, we'll review it, and then we'll get back to you. We are offering our own little help. So we are looking for people to embrace it. And we are also asking other people out there who, have the passion to do this. We are open. Contact us so that we all can work together and make Liberia a better place. So again, it is an appeal going out there to people who want to partner with us in whichever way financially. This is an NGO. We are doing this on our own, which is we go around asking able people to help us, and that's how we are able to help the country. So whichever way you're able to help, please join us, so that we can make Liberia a better place. Again, we have our project coming up. We'll provide more details in the coming days on how we're going to be doing our launching, but I think it's going to be a huge one. It's going to be a huge one. Just from our first groundbreaking, listening to young people with the kind of passion they had, the kind of enthusiasm that they came with, everybody just excited and wanted to see this thing happen, and to really see it coming to reality at the end of the day. I can imagine the excitement, in their faces, and I can't wait to be there and encounter some of those young people again. Being able to launch this and have them actually coming over to have a hands-on what we've been talking about. I think it's going to be amazing. Amazing thing. And we also want to extend this appeal to the government. If anybody from the government is listening, we need your help, in whichever way you can. If it is just, helping to guide us through, if it is, putting this program in your government budget and make it bigger, take it from here, it'll be a great thing. Our contacts are there. Just contact us and we can talk more about this. But our aim here as ReThink Tech, our aim is to make sure that every child, everybody in Liberia, no matter your gender, everybody have access to ICT, at least be able to have hands-on when it comes to ICT, know how to manipulate, your computer, being able to manipulate your phone, use your phone. Just want everybody to have the basic knowledge of ICT. I think that we should do that in the next 5 to 10 years. Liberia will be on a whole different level. Again, we just want to thank you all. I've been taking your time to watch us, and some of you with your positive feedback, we appreciate that. Even the negative one, we take that too. We invite everybody to join us so that we can make this a reality. In the coming days, we're going to be having more information for you guys. Like we said, hopefully next month, early next month, we want to do the launching program of the ICT lab in Sanniquellie.
Right on. Yep. If you'll be watching after this program, we say thank you for watching and sharing the video and sharing the word. We can create awareness by just sharing the video online on social media platform, let other people see what ReThink Tech Foundation is doing. There are greater things coming. So thank you for watching, and thanks, Brother Mike, for the time. And our team is Nimba, our team in Monrovia, Blair, Grace, Honor is currently out of country, and Isaac. We you guys will get busy pretty soon, and we know we kind of been been waiting for the devices to get on ground so that we can get things keep started. So yeah, so we are almost there at the finishing line. Just want to guys thank you for hanging in there with us and doing what you do every day to make sure that we provide these services to our people and to our communities. Just giving back in our own way of giving back to the community. There's no other better way to do it than to find what you're passionate about and support that cause that you're passionate about. If we all can do that, we will get somewhere and we'll be a better place. So yeah, we will definitely get government involved. I know with the launch of the lab in Sanniquellie, that's going to bring a little bit of much highlight us into a public light. We'll get all of government officials involved, county education officers. One of them was online previously with us, William. He's the director for planning, so at the county level in Nimba. So he was with William this afternoon, and then he chipped in on the live. So, but those are stuff we're talking in the background. What to invite for the program, and then because if we invite public officials for the program, that's giving a publicity. They come with their own crew, and everybody else be shared right on Facebook, and then that's how the news go, right? So we are hoping that we can launch, as our brother said, in May in Liberia, and it's going to be a grand occasional event. So, but we'll give you details about it and what will be happening and how it's going to be done. So, thank you again for watching, and wherever you find yourself, have a blessed and most wonderful weekend, and stay safe out there. All right, my brother.
All right.
I will be ending the live here.